Hello and welcome to This Week in Gaming. I'm Connor and today we have some very exciting news ranging from new DLC in a hit game all the way to the most expensive game ever sold. First up though, do you own a PlayStation? Do you like racing games? Are you up for a new beta test? Well, if you answered yes to all of them questions, then boy do I have news for you. The hit PlayStation series Gran Turismo's 7th entry has had its beta listed on the PlayStation Experience website. God damn it, why do PlayStation 5s have to be so impossible to get my hands on? I love Gran Turismo. Curse you, Sony! Now I must reiterate, this isn't a guaranteed confirmation of a beta, just a strong hint. Let's not get our hopes up like the fools who did with the Switch Pro. I'm just kidding, you're not a fool for believing that there was going to be a 4K Switch. It was taken so far out of context that even I had to double check the legitimacy of the 4K Switch. Point being, don't believe anything unless it's officially confirmed. Disclaimer out of the way, this is highly likely to be a beta. If you look at the listing on PlayStation Experience, there are instructions on how to get a code to the beta access. But if you enter the code, nothing happens, even if you enter it on the PS5 or PS4, or even on the website. Next up, we have CD Projekt Red's epic of a game, The Witcher 3. With the recent announcement that we'll be getting a free next-gen upgrade for the game at the joint WitcherCon presentation with Netflix, we also heard that we'll be receiving free DLC for the game based off of the Witcher Netflix show. There isn't much that we know about this DLC yet, but it will be exciting to get back into The Witcher 3 with some new content. Personally, if I had to put up a wishlist for the DLC, I wouldn't actually want more story quests. Maybe a couple of hours of short questing would be good, but I would quite like to see a sort of collectathon kind of DLC. Maybe new Witcher gear to find and possibly even new legendary gear to hunt down. Hey, why not even include new hunts? The monster nests were always a good side distraction in the base game. Why not add new creatures and creature nest locations? All in all, I just want something new and different and not quest focused. Finally, we come to the big story. In fact, it's one of the biggest stories in a long time. We all know about collectible value of old games. Hell, some NES and SNES games can go for ridiculous amounts of money, and that's just the old consoles. Even more recent consoles such as the OG Xbox and the PS2 have some expensive titles, and I mean bloody expensive. But why am I bringing this up? Well, that's because the world has just imploded and gone to shit. A copy of Super Mario 64 has just sold at auction for $1.56 million. Now granted, this was a sealed copy, and a sealed N64 game have to be kept in especially good condition, as they came in cardboard boxes without a case, so it was much harder to keep them in good nick. But holy hell, that's a lot of money, and more importantly, what sort of maniac doesn't open a game from the 90s in the 90s? How the hell does it remain sealed? That brings us to the end of this installment of This Week in Gaming, or Twig as I'm going to call it from now on. Got stories you want to submit? Let me know in the comments down below or DM me on Twitter. The link is in the description and the DMs are always open. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. And with all that said, thank you very much for watching and I will see you next time.